Buenos días. Buenos días, good morning. Distinguished representatives from the International Study Association on Teachers and Teaching, the conference convener and members of the organizing committee, members of the Faculty of Education, dear conference participants and attendants, dear friends, dear all. We have arrived to the end of this 18th Biennial Conference on the International Study Association on Teachers and Teaching, entitled Teaching, Search and Research, a week-long conference which I know has been extremely enlightening in terms of academic and research results, but also which has been a unique opportunity to share personal experiences in Salamanca, either in the warm sunshine or seeking shelter against yesterday heavy and somehow unexpected rain. Please, first of all, let me give the floor to our conference convener, because as representative of our home institution, Juan José, please accept our gratefulness for your efforts in making this possible for the University of Salamanca to be partners in this unique forum for researchers in the field of education, where it's possible to exchange views and ideas. You have the floor.
Okay, thank you, Rosario. It not was only my effort, it was my team's who is behind the scenes doing a wonderful job. So you cannot believe it, but I didn't have any time to prepare my closing speech. But anyway, the only thing I need to tell to you is that I'm really grateful to have you all here, to have come to Salamanca from such long distances, and it's been a really good conference. I've enjoyed it a lot, and I hope you so. So the only thing I'm going to do is just to show you a really brief video, just to see how the conference has been going during those days. Hope you enjoy as much as I do.
Biennial Conference on Teachers and Teaching, University of Salamanca, Spain.
McKinsey and Company has stated in 2016, the quality of an education system cannot exceed the quality of its teachers. So thank you very much for making this possible. And only some last words, just something I've learned yesterday from the flamenco show. we were there with some colleagues, and the show was magnificent, I have to say that. Even I am from Spain. That was my first time in a live flamenco show, but I've learned a lesson, an important one from the dancer, who was spectacular. It's whatever you do in life, do it with passion, like a flamenco dancer. So I hope you keep on teaching and doing research with passion. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Juan Jose. The images of the video were wonderful, and we can see that you have all enjoyed this conference very much, and we're very glad of it. Certainly, this wouldn't have been possible without the confidence entrusted upon us by the association, the ISATT, and it's my pleasure to give the floor to, with extreme recognition, to the Secretary, Susan Elliott-Jones, Secretary of the Association of ISATT.
Okay, thank you. Wow. We've come to the end of a very busy week, and I love the video. That was a complete surprise. And the first theme for me from that video was smiles. Just about every shot has people smiling, working, talking, learning together, teachers and co-learners, all of us. So thank you, Juanjo. So much to take away. And we are here today with our colleagues from the executive that are hanging in to the very end with us. Some of us have had to leave to go a little earlier. But thank you to you also for being here at the last closing ceremonies. And I'm just taking away some inspirational sessions focused on teacher education, research and practice, seeing long-time friends and colleagues, and making many, many new ones, which has been a real highlight of the week, as it always is at this conference. And the word celebrating in tandem with the video comes to mind. We've spent a lot of time socializing as well as learning together, and celebrating all that we are and that we do in our little corners of the world as members of the ISATT community. And that you know, goes out to everyone here. So thank you for coming to ISATT in Salamanca. And thank you to Juanjo and his team for planning and presenting such a wonderful conference. And if you're not an ISATT member yet, but you like coming to our conferences, please consider becoming an ISATT member if you're not already an ISATT member. And think about, this is an international organization like no other. Several people have come to me this week and said, you know what, this is truly an international organization. 300 and some people from over 50 countries. Not too many conferences that accomplish that. So please think about that, because we'd love your participation as a member between conferences as well as at conferences. We do lots of stuff in between the biennials. And we're a thriving research community. And thanks to all our members, and thanks to those maybe members, and we hope to see you again soon. Thanks again.
Thank you very much. For us, it's been a real privilege to hold this meeting. And I think at this point, ISATT knows that the association has had, but will always have a side at home and an active partner in the University of Salamanca. We feel extremely proud to have had the honor to act as host. You have the floor, Maria Sunsao Flores, as chair of the ISATT. Thank you.
Thank you. Good morning. Buenos dias. So I will be brief because this is just basically to say thank you. Thank you to many people. Thank you, all of you, for being here. It has been a pleasure talking to you and sharing experiences and being, you know, around all this week. It was a very intense and intensive week. I would like also to thank you to all members of the executive committee for all the support and for the work and the effort over the last 2 years, and we will continue over the next 2, so thank you. I also would like to, of course, to thank you, our gracious host, the University of Salamanca, and the Vice Rector here, and also, of course, the chair of our committee, Juanjo, and his team, both for the interesting and wonderful scientific and social program, for the hospitality, for the great venue. I think we had a wonderful conference, and I would like, because I think it's important, to say a word of appreciation, and I would like to say all the names of the people involved in this conference. I will start with Juan Romena, the conference chair. Thank you very much. You did a wonderful work, and it has been, I know, it represents lots of work. Thank you. Yes, and I will have the other names, and then we will invite all of them to come in a few minutes. Ana Garcia Varsa Cacel, Francisco Garcia Penhalvo, Marta Martin del Pozo, Verónica Basiliota, Marcos Cabeças, Sónia Casillas, Imaculada Hernandes, Tiago Bacioli, Mariela Canhete, Andrea Soares, Erli Alexander Clavijo, Maria Luisa Garcia, Luís González, Ana Maria Pinto, Jorge Martins, Carlos González e também Maria. Thank you. You have worked hard, and now I think all of you deserve holidays.
I also would like just to thank the staff and the attendants who has made a wonderful job here around. And I would like you all, staff, attendants, and the organizing committee, just to take the floor, come on the stage, if you don't mind.
And we would like to acknowledge the ISATT as a small token for all of you. And we would like to, again, to acknowledge your effort, your work. So thank you very much. Would you please come here?
¿Podéis venir para acá?
¿Dónde está?
Sí, dos.
And then I'll close.
Vale. And now I would like to announce the winners of the Best Poster Award and the Best Paper Award. I don't know if they are in this room. So the Best Poster Award winner is Kathleen Fairmans, Jan Ellen, Tim Christians, Karin Hendricks, and Elle Holbach, for the work entitled Acknowledging Complexity, Teaching Practices at the Core. So big applause for them. And okay. And the Best Paper Award, it's for Heather L.A. Brown and Eleftherio Soleas for The Struggle is Real, Metacognitive Conceptualizations, Actions and Beliefs of Ontario Pre-Service and In-Service Teachers. So, another applause. And last thing, this is a quick note. I don't know if you realized that the conference book is on your pen drive, the USB sticks that you got in the bags. But you can also download the book of the conference with the extended works in the main website. So there is a red box. You can click on download the book and you can get it. That's all.
So thank you very much. Thank you again for our hosts. And now it's time to prepare for the next conference. So I would like to invite our colleagues from Romania to give us a brief introduction to the site and to the themes and to what we can learn now in terms of the next conference. And I hope to see you all there in 2 years' time. So the floor is yours.
Hello, we are Dana Andron and Ioana Marcut from Teacher Education Department of Lucian Blaga University of Sibiu, Romania. As you decided by your vote, we'll be the next organizer of the next conference. We thank you very much. We hope to be able to do it well. We want to show you some things, to tell you some words about our country, our city, and our university.
So, we are in Europe, a little northern and a little eastern than Spain. So Romania is an European country, it's an EU country, so all regulations applying to Spain are also applying to Romania. The capital of the country is Bucharest, but we are in Sibiu, we'll show you, right in the center of the country, at an equal distance from Bucharest or for the western border to Hungary. So we are right in the center of the country, and you can reach us by car on either direction, or you can come by air. And Sibiu has an international airport which is connected to the main cities of Europe. Madrid, London, Milan, Vienna, or many cities in Germany, but also is connected to Bucharest, which has a lot of other connections with the rest of the world. So we are waiting for you. It's easy to come to us. Bye.
The city of Sibiu is a historical one. He was born in the 12th century. He was founded by the German colonists, It has about 150,000 inhabitants. It was, in some period, the capital of Transylvania, and now is, of course, the capital of the Sibiu County. You can find here some premiere in art, in education, the first school, the first library, the first Shakespearean play, as you can see there. There are images from Sibiu, imagine. One of the most famous museum in the world, I can say, is the Brukenthal Museum, which was opened 3 years before Louvre.
Well, of course, we don't live only in the past. We have culture these days too. It's a very culturally active city. In 2007, we were the European capital of culture. Since then, more than before, the city is very culturally active. So we have over 100 social, cultural and art events a year. And most important for you, maybe, during our conference, we shall have the European region of gastronomy there. So you will have to try it. Also, it's not only culture, art, it's only a very nice town to live in. It's not that I say it, Forbes said it, and we have to believe them. So, you will enjoy our stay.
Our university, it is called Lucian Blaga, after the name of a philosopher and poet. It has about 15,000 students, 9 faculties, and its roots are going in the past, in the 18th century. We formulated this theme for the conference, Education Beyond the Crisis, New Skills, Children's Rights, and Teaching Context. But there are some sub-themes. I suppose everyone can find its research field in one of these sub-themes.
So it's not only a work conference, we shall try to provide some interesting glimpses on some interesting snapshots on our city. Sibiu is a touristic place. It's not only a touristic city. We have a lot of touristic attractions in Sibiu and all around Sibiu. We can organize some tours so that you can see some marvelous museums, such as this museum of traditional art and architecture and culture, which you will find probably very attractive. It is an attraction point for Europe, not only for Romania. As you can see, our traditional clothing is very elegant too. You will like it. And, of course, around Sibiu you'll see a lot of nature and a very natural way of living, so you will be delighted to see it.
Our gastronomy is very tasteful, made by natural things. People made a natural agriculture in our days. I hope you'll enjoy all the meals. We'll try to show you the traditional meals, things to eat. And Sibiu is surrounded by mountains, the most high in the country at 2,500 meters, wonderful landscapes, the highest
the highest mounted resort in Romania, is at 30 kilometers of Sibiu only.
So I hope you have now an idea. If you want to ask some questions, you can. We thank you very much to the organizers. We spent some wonderful days and some fruitful days in Salamanca, and we hope to offer you wonderful days in Sibiu, and we wait for you all to see our traditional hospitality. Thank you.
Well, I want to thank all the participants of this closed season session for their words, and I'll finally take the floor to add a few comments which necessarily need to be inspired by gratefulness, recognition, and appreciation to all of you, and for this unique opportunity which has made it possible for us to act as hosts of this well-known and reputed association in the field of education, which through the years has been working actively in this field, and which on the basis of that work is able to attract so much interest, and on the basis of that work has made it possible to create such a large and lively forum where to exchange and update views on education, and where to think new possibilities for teaching research and teaching practices. I also want to thank all attendants to the conference for having decided to come to this beautiful town in Spain to discover the streets built in our pink-colored sandstone, and also for having decided to get to know this university, which certainly will celebrate its 800th birthday next year, but which is extremely interested in the future and in a very fundamental way in the future of education. And for this reason, we appreciate your contributions, which will be enlightening for us to keep on searching new formula for our institution for teaching innovation. Along the intensive 4-day program organized in addition to the pre-conference workshop, this conference has certainly contributed to discover the state-of-the-art in teaching in different countries and the challenges that lie ahead, starting by the plenary lectures by an exceptional team of well-known scholars in the field, which has provided participants with cutting-edge insights on relevant topics for teaching and teachers, and following by the papers and posters scheduled in the parallel sessions. The program has been, as it has been constantly said in the social media, rich with high-quality, insightful contributions with a varied approaches, and departing from and focusing on different cultural context. And precisely on the basis of that cross-cultural component, the papers and the ensuing discussions have been extremely productive, as I've been told, highly revealing and extremely inspirational for the future. You have all had the possibility to learn on education also by unlearning, by listening to other practices and perspectives, which has allowed us to relativize our practices, to see the limitations of our historical and cultural baggage, and to expand our horizons. And this, I'm sure, will have inspired the search of new perspective, the exploration of new ways of thinking, doing, knowing, and active. And I'm sure that the Salamanca spirit, which all of you have contributed to, will be inspiring developments in teaching practice and in teaching research for long. For this reason, although I'm formally expected to declare closed the sessions of this conference, please conclude not with a farewell, because it can be so, not with a goodbye, but with the conviction and the desire that this conference is certainly to be continued. You will go back home, true, but the links you have weaved will stay for long, and I'm sure will bear fruit, either in the form of research projects, of joint initiatives, new meetings, either in Salamanca, in Sibiu, or elsewhere. We are proud and grateful that our premises have made this conference possible, and this coming future collaboration possible too. Let me close this conference thus just symbolically to let us continue working together, thinking and acting together in the field of education, which is certainly a top priority for the University of Salamanca as an institution and for all of us. Let the music then formally declare the sessions of this conference closed. Thank you very much.